Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. All right. Just through the spirit, back again. It's probably going to be a quick one. Pursuant to the title, how then must these scriptures be fulfilled. Now, this is to go ahead and get into Matthew 26 and verse 24. It says, "But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be." All right, because when Yahushua was making this statement, all right, because ultimately, obviously Yahushua, he had to go on the cross. The scriptures talk about the reconciliation, and bringing us back into the good graces of the Heavenly Father. That's only possible through Yahushua's sacrifice, because Yahushua had any, I mentioned in the video earlier about how there's been plenty of times where Yahushua, he could have showed that he's about that life. There's been plenty of times Yahushua could have called down. Matter of fact, I think that's this account when you read verse 53. Yeah, verse 53. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? So you see, there's been plenty of times where Yahushua, he could have showed that he's about that life. All right. Could have called down a legion of angels, but he understood the bigger picture. All right. And if Yahushua would have called down if Yahushua would have went off script, all right, at any one of these moments where he could have showed that he was about that life, if he went off script, then again, like it says in verse 54, "But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be?" So if Yahushua would have went off script, man, because everything is like a chain reaction, everything is like a chain link, and once you remove one of those chains, it messes up the whole link. Everything is messed up. So if Yahushua would have went off script at any moment, man, ultimately, like I said, we wouldn't be in a position to where we could find favor with the Heavenly Father. But basically through the spirit, because listen, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to this next precept, all right, because in order to need salvation, all right, or in order to because we are depending on the Lord's salvation, we're depending on the Lord's right hand, or we're depending on his power, man, and that's our hope. All right, but in order to need a slakia, in order to receive deliverance, we got to be in a position to where we need it. All right, in order to receive deliverance, we're going to need to be in a position. We must be in a position to where we need it. And amen. Hey, and that's what prompted me to do this lesson. Now, everything happens through the spirit, because I was planning on doing this video a couple of hours ago. And ain't gonna lie, it wasn't gonna go through some stuff. It wasn't really in the mood and whatnot, but sure enough, the Lord delivered me out of this particular situation. And it's like, damn, you can't make this up. That leads me to my next precept in Psalm 20 and 5. Start at 5. It says, "We will rejoice in thy salvation." So you see, all right, salvation. That's salvation. It comes again when, like I just said, in order to receive deliverance, we got to be in a position to where we need it. You see, in order to receive the miracles, all right, we're gonna have to be in a position to where the Lord, is pretty much the Lord is, there's really no choice. There's really no other option but to, like spiritual power. We know the spiritual power coming. spiritual powers is coming. But in order to receive the spiritual powers, hey, we must be in a position to where we need the power to come, man. You know, it's not like we're just gonna wake up and just boom, we're gonna start flying or whatever. No, man, and that's why you see a lot of brothers, we get excited for the most part when speaking on these topics, because hey, listen, at this point, listen, we're so numbed out, we don't care. It's just like whatever Esau's gonna do, go ahead and do it. You know, and as I was mentioning in the video I did earlier, like, because it is gonna happen. Some brothers are gonna get taken up. All right, some brothers gonna get caught in jams, you know, but even before it gets to that point, listen, the Lord is, because Jake can't catch a break as it is now. You know, it's always one thing after another. But like I just said, you know, the Lord just delivered me out of a particular situation. It's like, man, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. You know, and it's just like, man, the water about Shema Shah, man, it's a faith booster, man. But that's the thing, you know, how else is our faith trust in Yahweh Shema Shah going to increase if he doesn't put us through these situations and then shows us, you know, he delivers us and he shows us that he's with us. How else are these things going to come? You know, how else are we going to establish that relationship? Because the Lord has shown us he's with us. He's shown us he's here with us. He's showing us he's dealing with us, man. That's why, again, on another note, because this is something that a lot of these Israelites out here, these Jakes, man, you know, they think it's a thing of pride when it's a thing of confidence, man. You know, it's confidence. All right, because who else is talking about the hopeful elect? Who else is preaching and prophesying about the elect, man? These other camps are talking about all Israel this and all Israel that. All Israel's not gonna make it. You know, and that's okay. As I always say, that's okay. These other camps, they don't believe in only a remnant being saved, but that's okay because, hey, Lord willing, that just means, hey, I have a better chance. We have a better chance on being of that number, because that's, at the end of the day, that's who the Lord is dealing with. He's only dealing with the remnant, man. So that just betters our chances. You know, it makes our chances more likely that, hey, shit, because the elect, as it is, that's a tight spot. You know, I've used this example before. You know, you got 100 people showing up for an NBA tryout, right? But hey, listen, there's only 15 spots on the team, so hey, that's a tight spot. You're fighting for a tight spot. That's a tight spot, man. You know, we're fighting for a tight spot, man. You know, but the scriptures do say, put on as the elect, put on as if you are of the elect, roughly paraphrasing. You know, and you gotta ask yourself, what would the elect, what would they be doing? They talk about what would Jesus do? No, what would Yahweh Shai do? And what would the elect do? All right, and I humbly say this, hey, start from the men of Great Millstone. All right, more and more, it's looking like, you know, our chances are looking better. Our chances are looking good. Because who else is on fire? Like brothers from Great Millstone, the like-minded brothers. Who else, man? Who else is doing this, putting up as much videos? You know, who else is doing the work as much, man? You know, that's not that down shit talk on any other camp, but again, they don't believe in the elect, only a remnant being saved. Then okay, you know, because listen, you know, these camps, they have members. You know, they have Jake. You know, but it's almost like, because of these other camps, they're not like Great Millstone, you know, where it's a requirement that every brother a part of Great Millstone and every able body, all right, if you're able to do so, if you follow the doctrine of Great Millstone, be putting videos up. You know, that, and that's the thing with the Millstone, you know, it's constantly at work. These other camps, again, they have members, you know, but they're not, for the most part, you don't, because listen, Great Millstone alone, all the videos that are being pushed out, Great Millstone alone, if all these camps, if all the members of these camps, the men of these other camps were putting out videos like Great Millstone, man, speaking as a man, Amos 8:11 would have been took place. Amos 8:11 would have been came to pass. All right, they would have been shut this internet down. You know, But nevertheless, to come back to it, back in Psalm 20 and 5, we will rejoice in thy salvation. So you see, man, and that's the beautiful thing, because we are set up for the victory, man. We're set up to win. Lord willing, wear that number. So it gets to a point where, like I said, or I didn't say, but I just used my example. Like I was going through a little situation, and the Lord delivered me, And this is like on a day-to-day basis. This is like a daily thing, and it just gets to a point because our expectation in Yahweh Shem Shah. The scriptures talk about that, right? Let me get that. Because certain things that happen, right? And in the beginning, you're kind of like surprised, like, damn, the Lord actually did that, right? But eventually it gets to a point where it's not a surprise anymore. You expect the Lord to come through, and that's the attitude to have. That's the attitude to have. I'm telling you, man, that's the attitude to have. And I kid you not, like I said, man, it's a little situation, all right, for the past week. Now the flesh is gonna try to make you bug out and worry, man, what am I gonna do and whatever, right? But I kid you not, man, for the past 7 days, dealing with this situation, and today was the deadline, all right? Today was that deadline, but I wasn't really. It's just like, all right, the Lord, however it plays out, because all you can do is just throw your prayers up and just leave it in the hands of the Lord. Now, like I said, meanwhile, during this whole time, the flesh is like, man, you need to, what are you gonna? It wants to panic and stress and doubt and all that, but it's just like, man, the Lord's gonna take care of that, man. And I kid you not, man. At the last second, hey, the Lord, He came through for me, man. He came through, and it's just like the water Yahweh Shem Shah. Like I said before, you're all surprised, like, damn, oh, Lord really did that. But it goes from that to the water Yahweh Shem Shah, because you expect the Lord to come through for you, man. Listen, as our relationship, your personal relationship with Yahweh Shem Shah, as it grows, man, like I said, that expectation is just, let me get this. Psalm chapter 62, one of my favorite chapters, but I'm just get to the point. Psalm 62 and verse 8. Psalm 62 and 5. My soul, wait thou only upon the Most High, for my expectation is from Him, and expectation is synonymous with hope. All right. You see, because again, in order for the salvation to take place, in order to receive the deliverance, the miracle, we have to be in a position to where we need it in the first place. All right. Man. But like I said again, Psalm 62 and 5, my soul, wait thou only upon the Most High. You see, man? Because what is that? The scriptures talk about, that's in Isaiah, where there's another one where it talks about lean not upon our own understanding. All right, talking about your basically your support system. All right, what you trust in the most. But Isaiah 36 and verse 6, it says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. All right, modern Egypt, spiritual Egypt, which would be America in this system. All right, the so-called white man. All right, but trusting in this system, trusting in Babylon, trusting in the so-called white man. Reading on it says, whereon if a man lean, right? If you lean on something, you putting them your weight, all your support on whatever it is that you lean on. You're basically putting your everything, putting your all into it, right? It says it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is King of Pharaoh to all that trust in him. So you see, man. All right, because that I think that's Isaiah 30. Isaiah the 30th chapter, where it talks about putting your trust in the shadow of Egypt. A shadow doesn't have any type of substance. All right. You know, there's no value. There's nothing to a shadow, man. There's no weight, no nothing. You know, so putting your trust in a failing system. All right. You're putting your all into this facade, this false dream, this false hope. It talks about that in the Apocrypha, about those that these people that how they're miserable because they, you know, roughly paraphrasing, man, they trust in a false hope. And these people that are miserable because of that, they you know, that's why the scripture said we have a lively hope, man. Versus these people that are miserable because they trust in a false hope. This facade, it's a what's been said for a long time. This American dream is really a nightmare. People are finding that out. It's a nightmare. You know. But going back to Psalm. All right, because again, to bring it all back full circle. All right, to bring it all back full circle, you know. Well, let me read this. I'm gonna go back to that Matthew, but back in Psalm 25, we will rejoice in our salvation, and in the name of our power, we will set up our banners. For the Lord fulfill all thy petitions. So you see, listen, the Lord's not gonna let us down. The Lord's not gonna let us down, man. You know, it's because listen, we think because again, Jake, it's like we can't catch a break. It's one thing after another, and every now and then, you know, the Lord hits us with a curveball. It's like, man, fuck, this is the end of the line, and boom, the Lord shows us. You thought, right? You know, but the point being, this is happening now, where it's just like, man, you know, the Lord is hitting us with different things, and listen, we're coming into that straight gate, so things are gonna get tighter. All right, it's gonna get uncomfortable, man. It's you know, but listen. Because we're transitioning, as brothers say, from faith to faith. You know, we're in a transitionary period, so things are going to get tight. It's going to get tough. It's going to look uncertain. And hell, for I'll say for the elect, all right, for the elect, it's going to. I just picture, because like I said, there's certain things. It's like, man, this might be it for me, and then the Lord shows up. So I could just picture, like, man. And the minds of the elect, like, yeah, this might be it for me, man. You know, I don't, you know, and we all feel that. We've all felt it. Yahushua felt it when he was on the cross. He thought the Lord abandoned him. You know, but it's in those moments. What are you gonna do? You still gonna trust the Lord, or you're gonna fold and just say you're gonna curse the Most High and die? You know, it's one of those things. What are you gonna do in those moments where it matters most, where it counts the most, where your faith is to the ultimate test? All right, and I can't even say to the ultimate test, but listen, because the ultimate test is going to come in that MOTB, and we're all going to be put in a position to where a choice is going to have to be made. That's the ultimate test. But listen, our faith is going to get, you know, our faith is going to get tested, boy. You know, and it's going to get tough. But fret not, man. Hey, the Lord, he's got us. And he's been showing us this whole time. Because it's different for each and every one of us. But he's been showing us the whole time. Like, hey, I'm with you. You know? But Psalm 25 in the NLT says, may we shout for joy when we hear of your victory and raise a victory banner in the name of our power. May the Lord answer all your prayers. So, listen. And this is happening more and more. Let me get this. And like I said, at one point, it was like, damn, you know, you're praying about something, and sometimes, you know, it's like you forgot about something, and then the Lord hits you, you know, boom. And it's like, oh, damn, I forgot about, you know, the water about Shemashai. But hey, those the prayers, man, they're gonna get, or it's already happening. At least for me, I can speak for myself. All right, I can speak for myself that, hey, prayers are getting answered more and more swiftly, more quickly. it's like, oh shit, right? And that's why with me, man, I've been more and more, you know, I'm not gonna say quiet, but I'm just careful with my words, because the Lord, He's shown that He's with me. And hey, even if it's in a joking manner, listen, this is certain things. I'm real careful with what I say, because how's the saying go? You're gonna fuck around and find out, you know? And that can apply on both sides, man. You know, you're gonna fuck around and find out. With the elect, in a good way, they're gonna fuck around and find out that, yeah, the Lord is dealing with you. Like, yeah, I heard what you said. You know, I heard what you said, and boom, check this out, right? The Lord is cold, man. He's cold. The Lord is cold, man. I'm trying to find this. I know it's in Sirach. Bear with me real quick. Because again, the closer we get to Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, listen, it's exactly that. The closer we get, you know, that bond is growing with Yahweh Shema Shai. Because speaking of Sirach, and it might be in this chapter. It might be in this chapter, but I know it's in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, where at one point in time the Lord wasn't hearing our prayers, you know. But hey, again, the fact that, as I mentioned in the beginning, we have reconciliation. We're put in this position to where we have a fighting chance now, you know. That opportunity to grow our relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's all because of Yahweh Shai. We have this opportunity. All right. And with that being said, hey, listen, the bond is going to grow more and more with us, or the hopeful elect, and Yahweh Shema Shai. So with that being said, hey, as I read in Psalm 62, expect the Lord to come through. Expect Yahweh Shema Shai. Expect Him. Whatever that may be for you personally, just expect the Lord to, you know, like the scripture says, be still and know that I am. Listen, the Lord, expect, man. You know, that's all I can say is expect Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, and like I said, hey, that's, you know, it's let me read this in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 21. There's another one, but this is good. Ecclesiasticus 21:5. A prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. So, like I said, I know for me personally, all right, let this be a testimony. And that's why I said more and more, I've just been shutting up. I've been more and more quiet, because fuck around and find out that, yeah, the Lord is dealing with you. Like, yeah, I'm here. I heard what you said. Hell, I know what you was thinking. Check this out. Boom. You know? But the point being, it said, and his judgment cometh speedily. So more and more prayers are being answered more and more quickly. You know, it's almost on spot, man. The Lord is, man. You know, man, the Lord is cold, man. The Lord is cold. The Wadi Abashimo Shah, man. Hey. We're going back to Psalm 20:5 in the NLT again. May we shout for joy when we hear of your victory. And again, we're being set up for the victory. We're set up for the victory. The hopeful elect, we're set up for victory. We're set up to win. So when the Lord does come through, we rejoice in the salvation, man. This is like, man, the Wadi Abashimo Shai. Right? It says, and raise a victory banner in the name of our power. That's a stumbling block to a lot of Jake. And the names, right? It says, may the Lord answer all your prayers to you elect, whoever you are, Yahweh Shema Shai answer all your prayers, man. Swiftly, speedily. Clearly, he is, because things are happening more and more. As I've been saying, it doesn't look like the Lord's going to take his foot off the gas pedal on all these prophecies that have been taking place, man. It doesn't look like it, you know. It looks like things are just, you know, full, it looks like full pedal to the metal. All right. And Lord, when that's the case. But again, Psalm 25 in the KJV, the regular version, we will rejoice in our salvation. So you see, man, that's the point. We're going to rejoice. And listen, because again, in order to need salvation, which salvation, the definition is being in a roughly paraphrasing, you know, I'm not going to say being saved, because he that endureth unto the end shall be saved. All right. But deliverance from a current situation or a current crisis, you know, like well, I just quoted it. All right. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. The same shall receive salvation, because hey, what's going to come in the end? Those missiles. Right. And once those missiles come, hey, we're going to be in desperate need of being saved. We're going to be desperate. We're going to need salvation, man. We're going to be in desperate need of salvation. All right. Of whatever danger or troubling situation. And what's going to take place in that day when those missiles are coming down? The chariots. All right. You know, the elect are going to get beamed up. That's salvation. But again, even before it gets to that point, listen, we're all, like I said, Jay can't get a break out here. And it's just constant, you know, one thing after another. And the Lord is, you know, we're constantly getting salvation every day, man. You know, over little things, you know, whatever problems, you know, brothers are going through, brothers and sisters, right? You know, we receive salvation every day, man. So when the time of, you know, the real hell hits, all right, you know, to bring it all back full circle again, right? Going back to Matthew 26. Because again, well, let me read it again. Matthew 26 and 54. But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled that thus it must be? So listen, because again, we know salvation is coming, spiritual power, all right, deliverance, you know, these things are coming because, you know, the Apostle Tahar and certain elders and brothers, men, you know, often talk about the major prophecies to be on the lookout for, MOTB, World War III. But there's a lot of things in between, all right? A lot of things in between those major prophecies that have to take place. And a few of those things being, again, salvation, all right? Jacob's trouble. Listen, we're going to be here. When all hell breaks loose out here, and we are in the worst time known to man, all right? The worst time in history. When these things, the destruction, the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, when all these things takes place, we're going to need a way out, man. We're going to need help. All right. We're going to need some form of escape. We're going to need something, divine intervention. All right. Because on another note, man, it's just, you know, because as much as, and I know this happens to all of us. All right. We wake up and it's like, man, you know, I'm still here, you know, got to deal with this bullshit again. Here we go. You know, it's the same old bullshit. And we all have the feeling like, man, I'd rather just be in the spiritual realm and, you know, but hey, the Lord has us here for a purpose. All right. He has us here for a reason, you know, and however it applies to each and every one of us. Hey, listen, how are these scriptures going to get fulfilled? Because again, someone has to play these roles. Someone has to be of the elect. We hope and believe that we're of the hopefully elect. All right, but nevertheless, the elect are the elect, one way or the other. Whether that's us or not, someone's got to play these roles. All right, someone's going to receive spiritual power, man. Someone's got to play these roles. That's what I was saying earlier. You know, more and more it's looking like we could be those men. You know, just a simple fact that these other camps, all Israel being saved, all camps coming together. Ah, man, we gotta build Hebrew Israelite communities, brother, man. That's contrary to the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right. But what is the will of Yahweh Shema Shai is salvation, deliverance, miracles are going to be performed on the behalf of a select group of men. All right. You know, so proceeding on, moving forward, you know, in this great time of tribulation, trouble, and distress, fret not. Again, you hear brothers speak the way that brothers speak, because listen, hey, I can't wait for this shit to go down. All right, because I don't know how I'm going to be saved. Listen, I got women, children, all that, man. You know, I believe that the Lord, because me personally, I'm trying to keep my distance from certain people, certain family members, but it's just like the Lord is keeping them close. All right, because if I be one of those men, then hey, the Lord's going to use me, you know, and I gotta, you know, I gotta lead, direct, you know, because that's the thing with brothers, man. Hey, brothers going to be put in these leadership positions. You know, they're going to have to govern. Hey, the Lord is going to lead souls to us, man. We're going to be in charge over the Lord's souls, man. You know, it could be mothers, fathers, whatever. Hell, Isaiah 4:1 alone. That's not, as brothers say all the time, it's not going to be some rap video. No, man. Brothers are going to be put in these positions to where decisions are going to have to be made. Right? You know, this is what we're, Lord willing, being groomed for. This is what we're being prepped for. You know, and it's like, man, you know, on one note, this is like, man, you know, because you don't want to deal with the headache. But at the same time, hey, it's going to happen whether we want it or not, whether we like it or not. It's going to happen. All right? Because, and we hear the apostles say it all the time, listen, it's better to be by yourself. But that's just not the case for a lot of us. All right? We have people that are depending on us, and they're going to, even more are going to depend on us, and we're going to have to be ready. So with all that being said, this is, man, how's this going to play out if the martial law troops come in? It's like, man, you know, it's going to be like carrying extra weight. But in those moments, all right, hey, the Lord is going to show up. He's going to show up and he's going to show out. And however it plays out, it's going to be different for each and every one of us. But hey, it's going to happen. That's why we rejoicing in salvation, man. Matter of fact, back in Psalm chapter 20, Psalm 26. Now know that I, the Lord, saveth his anointed. So you see, the anointed, all right? Those talks about that in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter. Those that were sanctified from the very beginning, all right? So it is a thing of predestination. So again, to the hopeful elect, listen, we were set up for the victory. We were set up to win. So, you know, we were set up to win. You know, it's just a matter of these things playing out, of course. All right, but the elect already had the victory. The elect already won. It says he will hear from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. So you see, the saving strength of his right hand. Hey, man, listen. That says a lot. The saving strength of his right hand. Hey, man. You know, we don't have nothing to worry about. All right. We don't have nothing to worry about. When shit comes crashing down, Jacob's trouble is in full effect, the MOTB is mandated. Listen, we got nothing to worry about. All right. And of course, it's easier said than done. We're in the flesh. Yahushua said it himself. Listen, the flesh is willing, Slakia. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, so when those moments come, it's going to be like, oh, damn. But the Lord's going to show us what you tripping for. You know, I got you. And again, he's been showing us that he's got our back, man. You know, he's been showing us. So, you know, but the saving strength of his right hand, man, hey, man. Again, to bring it all back full circle, listen, it is necessary, all right? We go through what we go through. That's why the scriptures talk about rejoicing in our trials and tribulations, roughly paraphrasing, All right. You know, because how else are the scriptures going to be fulfilled as far as pertaining to salvation, deliverance, spiritual power, miracle? How else are these things going to take place if we're not put in these positions to where we need it? If we need the miracles, man, how else are these things going to play out? How else are these scriptures going to be fulfilled? Because again, someone's got to play these roles. Someone's got to play these roles. The elect, because you got some of the elect in the spiritual realm already, but some of the elect, a lot of them are here on the earth. All right. So how else are these scriptures going to play out? You know, if brothers aren't put in these positions, man, to where they need salvation, they need deliverance, they need the spiritual power, they need the miracles. How else are these scriptures going to play out, man? But hopefully this was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully, Lord willing, until the next one.